Everyone, so I'm back with part 3 of week 15, and this is all about my sister-in-law's hen do. So she actually had two. She had this one, and then she had one, she's going to Barcelona for a weekend with some other people, but a lot more people were able to come to the UK one. And I was able to do this one. I wasn't able to do Barcelona due to having to go down to my own wedding venue and do some bits and pieces around there, my dress fitting and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to go to the Barcelona one, but I'm glad I was able to go to this one. It was so good. So her two friends organised a ABBA themed party, and they had like a tribute band, they had all these balloons, they had all these like themed decorations, and it was just such a nice day. So lots of Joe's family were there, obviously, because it's his sister. So that was nice to see a lot of his family that I've not seen for a while. And it was just nice to get to know some of her friends and things, and obviously people that I'm going to see at their wedding. And it's just nice to celebrate, really. Obviously, she came to my hen do, so it was nice to go to hers and just celebrate. So they actually get married at the end of this month, end of May. So I'm very much looking forward to that. We've actually got two weddings in 1 week. Joe's sister and Joe's cousin get married in the same week. So that would be really exciting. I love weddings. I've got a bit obsessed with them, obviously, since planning my own. But 2024 is full of weddings, and then there's nothing in 2025 at the moment. So yeah, just a very busy year full of weddings and stuff, which is nice. So there is 10 photos. I normally do 1 page per video, but because this is very photo heavy, I'm not really doing that much, in all honesty. I'm just backing the photos with some paper. The problem is this paper was quite it's short, so it doesn't quite fill the pockets, and when I was doing this front page, I was like, you can see that it doesn't quite fill it, and you can see there's a gap. But then when I did the same on the opposite page, it just matches, it just works a bit better when both sides are matted, sort of thing, with paper. So I'm happy with how it turned out, but obviously, as I said, it was a bit short, on the short side, this paper pad, but it's fine. So I didn't really need to do too much embellishing because a lot's going on in these photos. So I just tried to use some little smaller stickers and some washi tape where I could. But as I said, I'm just sort of backing all the photos and slotting them in, really. The 2 3x4 pockets will be journaling and some filler cards. But that's why I use this pocket, because I found that I didn't get to use this one very often because it's got the 5 6x4s in portrait. I find it quite difficult to use because I don't know why, maybe it's just me being odd, but I find with the 6x4 pockets, I want to use them for like big things that have happened in the week. So to print off a photo in a 6x4 of something quite, minimal or not that interesting in the week, it always feels a bit odd. I class them as being like the most important things that happened in the week, and then the 3x4s are the smaller things, but that might just be me being odd. But sometimes when I have no choice, obviously I will do it, and it doesn't make a difference to me. I don't know why I get so stressed about it, but this pocket is just a bit too much as such with all the 6x4s, because I haven't got any pockets that've got more than 4 6x4s, so it just feels a bit busy, this one. So yeah, I was glad that I got able to use it, because obviously one less pocket to use. I said in my previous video, I'm gonna have to start digging into my new pocket pages now, because I am running out of pockets that I can use all the time. I'm still going to try and use the other ones up, but I still need the standard ones really to fill in, so my cutter parts fit and everything like that. So it's good that it's obviously getting used, but I was sort of in my mind, I wanted to finish my old pocket pages before I moved on to my new ones, but it's good that it's lasting me up until week 15 before having to drop into those pockets. So yeah, so the party sort of started about 2 o'clock, but I actually was quite early. Joe dropped me off a bit earlier, so I helped actually set up. I ended up blowing up some balloons. I cut out all the faces of Lucy's fiance, and it was just good. I just really enjoyed it. I loved the tribute band. I thought they were amazing. I loved the outfits, and everyone was up and everyone was dancing. It was such a good time. We had food as well, and obviously we had a few drinks and stuff. And then they played some games. They had a load of props and stuff like that. And the girls, the tribute act, they were really getting people up and doing things. So that was really good. So yeah, so I printed off 10 photos. My poor Canon selfie took a beating with this one, because obviously it's like quite a lot of ink. But I wanted obviously them in like this. If I had Another one of those pockets that I showed in my previous one with the 10 3x4s, I probably could have done that, and had one 6x4 as like a journaling piece. But then, as I said, I think these are quite significant photos. There's people in here that obviously mean a lot to me. So I just feel like I wanted to blow them up a little bit more and have the bigger photos for this one. So that's why this pocket page works best for this week. But yeah, so I'm actually a little bit behind on my project life, just life in general. So this is obviously week 15. Week 16 is the week before we go on holiday. Week 17 is obviously when we're on holiday, and we're currently, as I'm doing this, is week 18. And so I just want to try and get ahead a little bit. I've got some free days this week before I travel down to see my family, so I'm hoping I can get some projects done. I'm actually a little bit through my second Canadian Rockies album, and it's actually coming together a lot quicker than I thought. Wedding planning is full steam ahead, but I'm actually quite ahead of it. And so I'm sort of sitting around thinking I should be doing something to do with weddings, but actually I'm pretty far ahead. I did a lot of stuff when I first got engaged and when we first decided to get married and, start planning it, that I got ahead of myself a little bit, especially with all the craft things and, things that weren't going to change. A lot of stuff I'm doing now is all about like guest numbers and stuff. And obviously until now, I didn't fully know exact numbers. So now I can do a little bit more, but I've done all the bits that people do last minute. I've done all those, so I don't need to worry about those. So yeah, now it's just getting to grips with like the suppliers and, confirming times and stuff like that. So I'm actually pretty ahead. So I thought this time would be really, really stressful, but actually I'm not that stressed. I'm pretty happy with things. The only things I'm not 100% with is actually I've still got to decide on how I'm having my hair. I haven't got any jewellery yet, but I don't think I'm going to wear a lot of jewellery anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But in terms of everything else, I think we're pretty much set. I just sort of want it to come round now. It has consumed me for 2 years, and I'm ready to just experience it now and just want to enjoy it. And I do kind of want, not my life back, that sounds really dramatic. I love wedding planning. I've enjoyed it immensely. I've not enjoyed the this sounds really awful, but the guest side of things, because obviously that's outside your control. You can't ask people to sort their life out there and then for you. You've got to wait for people to get time off work and, time to get it sorted, hotels booked and, all that. You can't expect people to do that overnight. That's the only thing I don't like is, you're sort of relying on and waiting for a lot of people, and obviously you're waiting for responses from suppliers and a lot of information. And I'm quite when I want something sorted, I want it sorted there and then. But obviously you can't do that with a lot of things. So that's the only thing I won't miss. But I have really enjoyed wedding planning, but I am looking forward to just being married and sort of doing other things with my time, not feeling like I should be doing something to do with the wedding. I'm just, as I said, looking forward to the day coming around and just spending it with my friends and family. And then I get to go back to all my scrapbooking, and I'll have so much to scrapbook by then. And obviously when the wedding photos come back, that will be a huge album, because I'm thinking of doing it will be a proper wedding album, but I want it to be a mixture of like casual and informal photos, as well as obviously the formal photos that will get taken and from the photographer. I want all the people's funny photos that they take on their phones and stuff like that, and I've got the photo booth and stuff like that, so I want all those photos in there. I don't want it to be like a real formal album. I do want it a little bit scrapbooky, so yeah, it will be a big album, but I'm looking forward to doing that. But obviously the photos don't come back until a couple of months later. I'm not expecting them to be there the next day, so I've got a little bit of time between the wedding and obviously those coming. But as I said before, I do want to carry on doing my albums in order, so I will probably just wait. And also it gives me time to really know what I want to do with it, rather than rush it and just go straight into something. It gives me a bit of time to think about what I actually want. And yeah, so I've actually got a little diary now with all my scrapbooking projects that I want to do and ideas from, just to sort of get an idea of what albums I need to buy. And it's given me a lot more thought. Sometimes I do rush things. I think, yep, that's what I'm going to do, and I don't want to do that. I want it to be planned and nice. So anyway, this has been a lovely layout with all the load of photos. I hope you've enjoyed just looking through the photos and things, but I will be back with week 16 very much soon. Thank you very much. Bye.